Yeah, big day. Tired. It's night time here.
Exactly, yeah. It's 7:30. There's a 9 hour difference, which is just the crazy thing. But that's the beauty of technology that we can actually make this type of thing happen. So I'll just
Yeah.
quickly introduce this chat for people that are now just joining because we're getting quite a few people in, and then I'll pass over to you for a quick introduction. So welcome everyone. This is Quarantine Fitness and Life. We're now on episode 14. And this is a platform I created to help people understand how to improve their physical fitness during these lockdown times, but also how to take control of our lives during this lockdown time and even outside of it. And I have my guest here to sort of help chat through this as well. So I'll pass over to you quickly to sort of introduce yourself, say where you live, what you do as a job, and we can get cracking because it's the first time you've been on my channel.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate it. So you just want a bit of an intro about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So Jaxon Tippet, 25 years of age, based in Australia, Queensland, Gold Coast. Yeah, basically I'm starting out personal training and then wanted to pursue it more and kind of work my own hours and work from, my phone and not have the excess overfees of gyms and stuff like that. So just decided to switch it up and go online, which, is difficult to start out, but very rewarding once you do get the clientele and get your name out there. And with all of that in said, and then obviously growing my Instagram profile, I started to get into a little bit of photo shoots, just based off kind of me contacting people, but also brands contacting me. And then the reviews were very well. So I just slowly started itching to that. And with the growing of the profile, things just expanded and then it grew my online business. So it all kind of interacted off each other and they all helped each other. So, and now to this day, I'm just still doing the same two things. Online coaching is my main job, but the modeling is still, it's paying pretty good money and I'm trying to pursue it and see where it takes off.
Yeah, no, brilliant. And these are things we'll sort of like chat about later on as well, but it just goes to show that it's just about getting started and just getting things done. That is just the key thing. So brilliant stuff there. So the first thing I sort of wanted to chat about, just to sort of get this sort of rolling, is, I mean, what have you really been doing to sort of like keep yourself physically and mentally active throughout this sort of lockdown situation, and what have you been advising your clients to do as well?
Myself, not much. I don't, honestly, for the first month and a half, I didn't have access to absolutely anything.
Yeah.
There are home gyms going around, but they're very hard to get into and they do charge a lot of money. So it was very limited. But then I decided, if this is going to be a long-term thing, I'm going to go buy some equipment. So I just purchased some basic stuff like a barbell, two sets of dumbbells, a bench press, and basically that's it for now. So it's just been, very, very light volume workouts. Very light load workouts. But just been trying to make it more intensity by upping the volume or decreasing the rest or more time under tension. Yeah, but with my clients, same thing. All of them have different access to different equipment. So it's all dependent, but I've just been trying to base circuit type home workouts that they can get done. But the main thing I've been focusing on with all my clients is tracking their steps. So yeah, it's such an easy thing to do, but we can utilize this phase to track your steps and still try, get results in terms of, your body composition. Try stay a bit leaner. Maybe use it as a time to do a detox or back off on the protein or enhancements if that's the route you're going down. And then when gyms do come back in, rebound, add food in, increase the weight, and from there we'll grow.
You said a lot of absolutely great stuff there. I mean, people can use this situation as an excuse to like just go off the wagon and relax. at times it can be, if someone just needs a break, then that's completely fine. But in the end of the day, this whole thing is a lifestyle. Being in shape is a lifestyle. Eating healthily is a lifestyle. The whole thing is something that we should be doing just to be healthy, as well as how it can make us look. So for you saying that initially you didn't have much stuff, it was tough, but you went out and bought some basic equipment so you could just at least do something in the house. Is that not correct?
Yeah, 100%. Like anyone, do you know what I mean? You can get stuff done if you want to.
And that's the part I'm trying to get. If we really want to get a result, we will find a way to do it. And Jaxon was testament there. He went, you know what, I want to get this done, so I don't have access to a gym. I'll go and get some equipment so I can get stuff done. And that's what we need to think about. If we want to get results, we just need to make it happen. Yeah. And in terms of training, you talked about, and this is great. You said that generally, yes, you don't have the same load frequency because you're not in a gym, so you're going to increase intensity. What does that mean? You talked about doing more reps, less rest time, time under tension. These three things are the key to sort of increasing intensity. And do you want to go into like why these things are so important to increase intensity?
As in, why do I use those 3 points?
Yeah. Why are they so important to help with intensity for us?
So because the load is so light, which in the gym we'd usually have heavier weights, we need to make that light load feel heavier in a sense. So what we would do is we would, number one, increase the reps, which say you do 30 reps of, lateral raises with 7 kilos. Your shoulder's going to be pretty cooked. Do you know what I mean? But, then if that's not working, then what we could do is we could do, say, 5 sets, but during the rest period where we usually utilize 90 seconds rest, we'd only do 30. So then the shoulders are getting more intensity. And then the third way we could do it is instead of doing like fast reps, we could do a side lateral raise, hold it at the top in an isometric, and then we could lower it for 4 seconds. So you're even getting harder again. And we're making the light load feel heavy.
And that really is the key there. This is how we can actually still get results without needing to actually be in a gym and using heavier and heavier equipment. We're making the equipment that we are using feel heavy for the body. Because in essence, the body doesn't know what weight we're using. All it knows is how weight we're using feels. And these techniques of having shorter rest periods because we're more tired when we're training, so it makes it harder for us. The time under tension means we've got the weight we're using. We're using that over a range which is longer, so the muscle has to act for longer. So that's why all these things that you said has been brilliant. In terms of what you said about your clients, clients have different types of equipment, so you had to give them sort of individual sort of like programs of what they're doing, and sort of talk about why it's important that people need to tailor what they're doing to their own individual sort of like practices, and why having some guidance can help.
Yeah, so what do you mean by that? Like,
just in the sense that like we can't just particularly say, okay, well, because someone is doing a set program for legs or a set program for arms and back, that will work for everyone, or the fact that right now not everyone has the same equipment, so we need to get around and have something that suits that individual person. Like, why do you think that's important, especially in this time with no access to gyms?
Like to adjust the program?
Yeah.
Basically, like I would adjust it to hit more of a full body every day. Because, once again, like you're better off trying to do more frequency on the muscle because you're not really hitting it to the intensity that you probably would in the gym. You could get away with hitting it more frequently during the week. And because you got limited access to different machines and stuff, you probably can't do, for example, a full leg workout that you would do in the gym because not many people would have a lying hamstring curl or a leg extension. So you're probably just looking at a walking lunge or a squat, and that's pretty much it for now. So if you're just doing those 2 exercises, in a sense, you could probably do it in 2-3 days' time as opposed to a week.
Yeah, so you can hit things with more frequency, so you might be able to train legs maybe twice a week potentially, things like that. So yes, that does definitely make sense there. But another one that you talked about, which I thought was brilliant, because I do this myself, cardio, and just understand it's a good time for people to like detox and just try to be healthier. So you talked about steps. So people, let's say, try to hit, let's say, 10,000 steps per day. I mean, why is it that you feel that it's important that people can do that to make sure that they're in their cardio?
Sorry, you cut out. Why is steps important?
Yeah. Why is that a good way to sort of like keep people's cardio levels intact by doing steps?
Because it's just so easy to track, and obviously people don't have equipment to a Stairmaster or an elliptical. So it's something that literally everyone in this world can do. They can go outside and they can walk, and it's something that we can utilize where if they're going to hit 10,000 steps and then we stall, all we have to do is either go to 11,000 steps, or we can just reduce the food. So it's so easy to monitor, but everyone can do it. Like, there's no excuses.
Yeah. And the thing that's brilliant, because what you've said, that's basically what my cardio is right now. I just take a stroll for an hour and a half, get my steps in, and that's me knowing that I've got that level of activity done to keep me clean up, which is my goal right now, to lose body fat. So that's why that was a really good sort of like point that you raised there, and one that's so easy for people to implement into their lives. So, brilliant stuff. So, in terms of like this sort of lockdown situation, what type of things have you sort of been missing about pre-lockdown life, fitness-wise and just life-wise?
Missing?
Yeah. What type of stuff have you been missing about life, fitness-wise and lifestyle-wise?
Basically just gyms. There's, like, to be honest, besides the gym site, like, gyms and restaurants are probably the two biggest things. Going and eating out and going to the gym. Besides that, I don't think much has been affected from where I live. What about yourself? What's it like there?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same. I mean, our gyms are probably going to be shut until, they say about maybe early July. Restaurants are shut, but places are being open for takeaway. So I think really the thing is that as much as this is not a great situation with things being shut down, but what you've really showed is that we can still get on with certain things about our daily lives, and really it's accepting the situation, and just go instead of thinking what can't I do, to just go, okay, I can't do this, what can I do right now?
Yeah, 100%.
And for you, I imagine the focus is that you're now training at home and doing stuff outside the gym. That's what you've got the equipment, but you're focusing a lot more on your business. Would that be right in saying?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, do you feel that your life has actually really changed that much when you think of it?
No, not in a sense, no. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the point I'm really trying to get through to people here, that is that once you start to focus on the things that you can actually do, in terms of training, in terms of other things you want to do in life, even if it's to catch up with friends, we can do that even through Zoom calls. Yes, it's not the same as physically meeting up, but because we can't maybe do that as much as we'd like to, it's finding these other ways to sort of get around that situation there. And when we start doing these, we'll probably realise our lives haven't changed dramatically as much as before. And the one thing about this is it's not going to last forever, you know?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff there. So, I mean, what have you really then found that you're actually enjoying out of lockdown life? If there's been anything that, because you've been locked down, that you've actually kind of went, you know what, I'm now doing this and I didn't think I'd actually enjoy this, or anything that you feel that you're getting out from being locked down?
I think focusing more on just little things that you wouldn't do when you like, it could be anything. Like, it could be listening to podcasts, reading a book, spending more time with your loved ones. I think just stuff that you take for granted, like you just you go and you do because you have that bit of a spare time or you can't get out and about.
Yeah, and I definitely sort of really agree on that. I mean, I think it's really a time that we actually really can properly sort of self-improve or
Yeah.
focus on the things that we've really been sort of putting off. So, I mean, what kind of things have you really been doing during this time that you feel that you now have a bit more time to actually do?
What things?
Yeah.
Anything like achieving more with your work. Like spending more time with your loved ones is a big one. Um, Maybe reading a book. I don't know. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean? Going, cleaning out the garage that you've left for years because you've left it as an excuse. Like it could be anything. Do you know what I mean? Stuff that you always just push aside. Making that a main focus because either you're not working or you got the time, or you can't go outside, so you're always in the house. So
Yeah.
more stuff to do around the house, I believe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And is that the type of thing that you've been doing during these sort of like last almost?
Yeah, to an extent. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good, and I think it's just a really good point that we've actually got a lot more time than we would normally have now. So it's a case of actually understanding what do we really want to actually do with. Don't waste this time because things will go back to normal. And we're going to probably look back and go, I really could have actually done this with my time. So we've got to make sure we use the time wisely right now, to do the things that we actually want. So is there any sort of projects that you've got in mind that you're trying to like do right now, or that you're actually thinking about trying to launch right now?
So I was working on my website for my online coaching. So that's something I did for the past probably 3 weeks, and it's just been launched. So that took a lot of back and forth, content, etc. And then also my podcast, if you have seen, I've been working on that big time, getting guests on board, and just doing interviews with the spare time I have.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. I mean, we could look at this sort of lockdown and virus situation as being the worst thing in the world and be completely fearful of it, but you've just shown there that you've just went, okay, this is happening, but my life isn't going to stop. What can I actually do right now in this situation? And these things that you've done, when lockdown is over, when this virus is done, these things are going to put you in a great position to go forward, aren't they?
Yeah, I love that, man. Yeah, anyone can do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can move ahead. It's just how bad you want it and being creative. Yeah.
No, it's exactly that type of thing. And even if it's a case of try to get in shape, because both Jax and I are trainers, it's a case of if this is something you're struggling with, then get the help and support that's going to help you get there. If it's a case that you want to even start a podcast, get the help and support to help you do that. If it's just the case that you want to, I don't know, learn how to cook a bit more, try that, and then, or get some support in doing that, watch different sort of cooking channels. It's about using our time to try and get ourselves in a better situation when we're done. So, it's sort of perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's fine, man, to be honest. Yeah.
And do you think really during this time, what can make it easier for people is to actually sit and actually have a goal that they want to achieve?
Yeah. Should they? Sorry?
I'm saying, do you think people having an actual goal, an actual target?
100% they should put a goal down, because if you don't, you should definitely. Do you know what I mean? Even to this day, even though it's starting to improve, still put goals down until reality is back to normal.
Yeah. No, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people sort of like have issues with lockdown, by maybe saying that, I'm just getting like really bored about being locked down and I don't really like this situation, but I think really it just comes down to the fact that if you actually have a goal to chase after, if you're trying to do something, your focus is on that. So then you're not going to be bored because you're trying to make this happen. I mean, is that something that you agree with?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And do you think that's been the reason why you've actually quite enjoyed, well, maybe enjoyed maybe not the best word, but do you think that's the reason why you're thriving during this lockdown, because you've you've had your goals of getting your website done, and you've had your goals of trying to get your podcast going.
Yeah, definitely. If I didn't, you're not looking forward to anything, and you're not wanting to progress in any way. So you're just going to be bored and stagnant.
Yeah, and I think that's really the message that people really should be looking at here, that having goals is so important, not just for boredom, but just so we actually can improve and enjoy life and actually get and reach our own sort of potential. I mean, we've even seen here with Jaxon here that because he's got his website, he's got his podcast, he's grown in different ways. Like, he's been able to reach people in different ways through his podcast. He's been able to grow his business now by having the website. So we all need to try and come out of this situation with some sort of like new skill, or try and improve ourselves in some sort of way, even if it's a case of reading, getting time to read like quite a few books during this sort of like period of time and something you're interested in. We just need to sort of have some sort of goal that we want to have, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
We've got a message here, Brent Breitenbach. Can't remember the last goal I had. Yeah, that's the thing. What is it you actually want to achieve? Sit down and give yourself time to think, what is it you want to achieve? And not just that, why? I mean, we even go back to Jaxon. Why did you even have the goal of setting a website and having a podcast? What made you go, I'm going to do this?
Because I want to move ahead with my lifestyle and my occupation, yeah.
The thing is, that sounds so simple and basic, but the thing is, because Jaxon had that goal and he set that goal, he then did the action to make it happen. And this is why it's so important, not just to set a goal, but to actually understand why I want this goal.
Yeah,
because when you know why you want the goal, not only are you going to achieve it, but you're going to stick to it to then help you achieve it, because you've got a reason. Because I'm pretty sure, Jaxon, during this time, that try to get the website done, try to get the podcast, there's probably times where you've went, this is really tough, I really can't be bothered doing it today, but you stuck at it. Why is it you think that you really stuck at it?
Because you're halfway through it, do you know what I mean? Why backtrack and not get it done? You know, if you put in the effort and you've already made a goal, you may as well finish it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And that is the reason why having a goal is so important, especially if we have a plan of how to actually make it happen. I think that's the steps that a lot of people are missing. They have an idea, they know where they want to be, but they don't know how to get from A to B. And that's why having some sort of plan or things that you can do each day or each week that are going to get you closer to that. So, I mean, so for you even to get your website done and to get your podcast done, what type of things generally have you been trying to do each day or each week to try and progress that?
Content is number one.
Yep.
Accountability, so just staying on track with whatever each, you know what I mean, little steps towards it each week. So as long as you tick a box each day, and just obviously the end goal of, you know, what it's going to produce in terms of the return you're going to get. I think that's the biggest thing. So with the website, hopefully more clients. With the podcast, hopefully spread a better message to people around the world.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's where it comes back to the reason why you want to do it, but also because you're trying to do something almost every day, be it getting content out, be it trying to contact guests, you know, that is going to push you towards your goal because you're doing something every day. Whereas if you just kind of don't particularly have a plan and just go, okay, well, I'll do things when I feel like it, how quickly do you think this would have moved if you just did things sort of when you felt like it, do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't believe it, no.
Yeah. And do you feel that, especially in terms of physical fitness, do you think this is a reason why a lot of people might struggle to sort of get and reach their sort of like fitness goals, because they don't particularly have a strong enough plan, a strong enough accountability to really get to where they want to be?
Yeah, I believe in that with most people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of things would you sort of like say to them that they that if they're really serious about making a change and getting into better physical condition, what type of things then do they really need to focus on doing, sort of like each day or each week, to actually make this happen, if that is what their ambition is?
Just start with small habits, because you don't want to do anything major or you're never going to stick to it. So it could be something as simple as just starting by getting up. Instead of reaching for that cereal or something, go for a 30-minute walk. Clear your head and actually move the body. And then it could be something as simple in terms of diet. Don't cut out, the foods you always crave, but portion it. Cut it out by half, or only have it one night and then don't have it the next. And then slowly you can start to reduce, or whatever it may be, to get towards your goal. If you just go, I'm going to go run a marathon and I'm going to eat no carbs, like, it's not going to last. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's a really great sort of, two great points there, but I like the analogy you use of the sort of marathon. But that portion control and understanding that we shouldn't take massive change, because we as humans, we're not actually great with change. So it's better for us to make one little small change so we can deal with that change and get used to that change. Because once we get used to that change, it's not a change anymore, is it?
Yeah, true.
It's part of our routine habit, so then we can make another change. And if we, let's say, even just make one change each week, after a month we've made 4 changes, which then will now become habit and routine, and then we can move forward. And this is where, that's where progress comes. It goes back to what you said about your analogy with the sort of run a marathon. It's like, who is going to, at the start of a marathon, sprint? No one's going to do that, because you're not going to last the race if you spend all your energy sprints at the start when you've got like over 20 miles to run. But I think that's the issue that people have, is they want to change that much that they'll just go to low calories and try and drop everything that they think is not great in their nutrition. Whereas if they just took small steps, they'd last the race. So that's why that was a really great analogy. And I liked what you talked about with portion control, because it shouldn't be about taking away foods that you actually love.
Yeah, moderation.
If they're not the things that are going to be helpful for us to keep in shape, aka because maybe they're highly sugary, maybe they're highly calorific, then it's a case of understanding how much of it that we can potentially have, or as Jack said, moderate it. I mean, is this something that you've sort of used yourself to sort of help you sort of like get in shape, and also this what you sort of like explain to your clients as well?
Yeah, 100%. Like even with my clients, I still believe in, the 80-20 kind of thing. If you cut everything out you enjoy, like, who's gonna honestly, unless it's life or death, who's gonna do it forever? Like, you're not. So you got to find a way to control the calories, but still enjoy the foods you can to a certain amount.
And I think you hit the nail on the head there. Whatever someone does to get a result, they will have to keep on doing that to get it. So if someone cuts out calories or goes very low, or cuts out the foods they enjoy, you have to keep on doing that to get the result you've got. And as I said, no one will want to actually be able to stick to that because they can't. So it's better to do it in a way that we can enjoy, that we can actually stick to. Any result you have, you can keep that forever, pretty much. So let's see. I think we've got Brent as well. Oh, I lied. I had a goal of maintaining good diet for 12 months, which I've done. It's just a habit now to maintain that self-control. I'm no longer slave to bad food. So and that's what it is. It's about realizing that in the end of the day, food is just energy. What do we do with energy? We use it to do our daily tasks, to exercise, to walk, to do things around the house. So it's about understanding energy balance. If you're taking in energy, then use it. So this is where your 80-20 rule is really perfect there, Jaxon. So, I mean, And what sort of things do you think you've sort of like learned about yourself during lockdown? Like what sort of things do you feel that you didn't particularly know about yourself before it that you've been able to maybe deal with adversity, or what type of things would you say?
Just basically not taking things for granted. I think that's the biggest one. Just like gym, like we used to walk in the gym and
Yeah.
it was like it was a chore almost. But now I
Yeah.
kill to go to gym. Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like that phrase that they say you don't know what you had until you don't have it anymore. You know.
Not
So
good.
it's, yeah, there's definitely that sort of thing there, but it just shows that if we've got this sort of willpower and drive to actually make something happen, if we have a goal, we can start to make things happen. So yeah, and I guess your Jackson's a really great example of that with what he's doing with his podcast and his sort of like online training as well. So do you think really now is like a great time for people to reassess what they sort of want out of life and to really go
Definitely,
after that? Yeah,
definitely, 100%. Perfect time to do it.
yeah, yeah. And what sort of things do you think people should really think about in terms of like how to go about making that sort of change? I mean, you talked about sort of like baby steps before as well. So I mean, what sort of like guidance would you sort of have in people that want to make a change, be it physical fitness or sort of anything? Because like some people might be scared of coming out of their comfort zone. So what type of things would you sort of say?
Yeah, just basically just try something, give it a go, and maybe reach out to someone if you don't, if you're lacking motivation or you're unsure of the decision you're going to make. Reach out to someone that's in that profession, and see if it's the right track to go down before you make the goal and try and work
Yeah,
towards it.
yeah, yeah. I don't think that's actually really great advice because in the end of the day, we're never going to get anywhere if we don't even try in the first place.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
it's
so
true.
and also I think a lot of people really worry about, let's say, failing to achieve a goal or what happens if I'm not good at it and all these things. But one thing I would say is that I mean I've been weight training for 20 years and I've been coaching now for about 2 years. But was I great at doing everything when I first did it? No. Jackson, would you say that you've been great at doing everything that you've done when you first did it?
Yeah, definitely not.
It's a case of it's something that we just have to learn and keep on doing it. And with the things we get wrong, it's about learning from those things and doing it better next time. That is how we grow. That's how we improve, and that's how everyone can actually get better.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
And like, do you feel that even in terms of like what you know knowledge wise in terms of physical fitness and how you coach people, do you feel that because you've been able to learn by doing things and learn from other people, do you feel that that's even benefited your journey?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to really get you to, for people to sort of understand is that don't actually worry about the fear of failure because we all need to make mistakes to know how to do it better next time. So that's why that is just what Jackson said before. Just actually try is so important. And if it is something that is completely either outside your comfort zone or you just don't know how to make that progress, then this is where you just need that extra support to give you that sort of plan, structured guidance of doing what Jackson sort of said before. So important to do things every day or weekly to take steps towards your goal. And you're just going to then be able to make those become habit. And when things become habit, they become lifestyle. When things become lifestyle, then you start to get the results and you don't actually feel like you're doing anything special to do it because you're doing the right things or you've got the right support. And would you say that that's the type of structure that you try to like give even to your clients so that to make sure that they sort of like stay in the right path and get the results they're looking for?
Yeah, that's something I utilize with my clients. Yep.
Yeah. And why do you feel that's so beneficial for them to sort of have that type of structure and guidance?
because without structure, you face failure and you face. Do you know what I mean? Like without structure, it's unknown. So
Yes.
yeah,
And I think that's really the key thing here, that the fear of the unknown is so overwhelming people, so that's why they don't start it, even though they want the end result. But I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's just about having a structured approach, having that type of plan of going, okay, I'm getting up. This is what I need to do today to help me get to where I want to be. So let's get to it. I mean, for anyone that's working, I'm pretty sure that when we go to work, we don't just go to work and just do whatever we want. We've got like a structure for our day, or we've got tasks that we need to achieve. So there's no real difference in terms of if someone is working a 9 to 5, or someone wants to get in shape, or someone wants to even learn how to play an instrument. We need to do certain things so that we get that type of end result in the end. I mean, is that something that you agree with there, Jackson?
yeah, definitely, man. Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Hardy
I really
now.
hope. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we're getting a losing circle of you here, so I'm not sure
I
if you'll be
can't
able to
see
see
you.
me that much. Yeah. No, as long as you can hear, that's
Yeah.
that's sort of fine there. So what sort of things then are you sort of looking forward to do to sort of like progress yourself, sort of like when we sort of like get out of this lockdown? Because it seems like you've got yourself really like planned in the middle of it in terms of what you're trying to do to keep yourself going. So what type of things are you looking to try and do once we sort of get out of this?
Yeah, just progress more with the gym side of it.
Yeah.
Obviously with, adding more load, and, trying to help my clients with engaging in gym workouts that involve more exercise and stuff like that, as opposed to the home workouts.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just really goes to show that what we can actually be doing outside, or once lockdown's over, it still might lead to what we're doing even right now, because what we should be doing right now should be laying the path for what we're looking to try to do outside of lockdown, So, again, I mean, I think the real key message here is to make sure that we sort of have a goal of what we sort of want to achieve, and that is something that's going to be individual to each and every single one of us. But it needs to be something that we care about and actually want to achieve, and then think, what is it I can do every day or every week that's going to help me get to where I need to be? And if we're struggling to make that happen, then that's just where we need that little bit. If it's a case of, like, let's say, physical fitness, then we just need to get that extra sort of guidance support if we're struggling to sort of, like, in terms of if it's build muscle, lose body fat, whatever the case is, or even if it's a case of trying to get more knowledge so we can actually make better choices, decisions. So it's a case of actually getting more guidance on that, Let's see if I can get Jackson back on again, because his connection's bad on his side. So yeah, it's just really about getting the right support that we need. So, yeah, we've got you back there. Hopefully we can do this for the last sort of like 10 minutes before this sort of like cuts off there. But yeah, I mean,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, don't worry. But I mean, it's just the great thing about modern technology that we can even do this in the first place.
Yeah.
Since you're in Brisbane and I'm in sort of like Edinburgh, Scotland. So, so I mean, like, so what is your sort of like next this week coming? What is sort of like your plans that you've got sort of there to sort of keep you on track for the goals that you've set?
What goals do I have for this week?
Yeah.
Just progress with my work.
Yes.
Hopefully, check in with all my clients, try sign a few more, and hopefully get back into gyms over here in Australia.
Yeah, when are gyms sort of, have you been given a sort of time when gyms might sort of reopen where you are?
Yeah, June the 12th, so 2 weeks.
All right. So you've actually been given a time, so that's brilliant there. But again, the reason I want to get that out there is just to show people that Jackson's actually got a plan for what he's trying to do this week. He's not just leaving things to chance. He's going, well, this is what I'm planning to do this week, so I'll do it. It comes down to action. we don't get anywhere unless we do it an action. If it's get in shape, we need to train. We need to make sure nutrition's good enough for what we're trying to do. And we just need to keep on moving the body, even outside the gym, which is something that Jaxon talks about with doing steps, try to let's say at least 10,000 steps per day type thing. So for us to achieve anything, we need to do action. It's not about speaking a good game. I mean, do you think that's a case that a lot of people might do a lot of talking, but they're not necessarily backing that up with action?
Yeah, a lot of people, they got to talk, but they don't walk it.
And that's really what it's about. And if you're willing to try, as Jaxon said before, and actually walk this walk, as Jaxon said as well, then you're going to actually see that you're going to improve. You're going to be able to get closer to the results that you want, and especially if you're willing to learn. And this is where having the right type of guidance can give you that type of knowledge there. So, I mean, I'm assuming that that's the type of thing that even with your clients, you're looking to try to give them as much knowledge as possible so that they can sort of implement everything into their lives so they can actually make this lifestyle for them. Would that be right in saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, and really, I mean, when it comes down to it, these types of things, it's actually not that difficult. To improve in anything is actually not that difficult. All it takes is for you to understand why you want to improve in something. Why do you want something? To have an actual plan of what you want to do, how you feel you're going to get there.
Yeah.
If you feel that plan is good enough, action it and see how it goes. If you're getting stuck at bits, then that's where you just need to get a little bit more knowledge, or you just need to get that extra bit of support. So I think when it's laid out in that type of way, I mean, do you feel that is a right way of thinking, right, Jaxon?
Yeah, definitely. That's what yeah.
And what sort of, and do you feel that the bit that people start to struggle with is when they do run into problems or stalls on their journey? Do you feel that?
Sorry?
Do you feel that the bit that people really start to struggle with is when they start to maybe hit stalls in their journey, or when things start
yeah, definitely, yeah. So when people plateau, they question themselves, or they don't think it's not working, and that's where we come into play, is when you do plateau, we have a plan to adjust and, a strategy to help you break through that plateau and move forward.
Yeah. And that's ultimately what all this is about. I mean, we should all really be here to help everyone.
And we all plateau, do you know what I mean? It's normal, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. We're all here to help everyone improve and progress. I mean, this is the reason why Jax and I are here on this live chat, to sort of help people understand what they can do, how they should start to think if they want to sort of achieve things even in physical fitness or even outside of physical fitness, Yeah. All it just comes down to is just, as Jaxon said before, just take that first step and try.
Yeah.
And see how it goes. And if you need that extra bit of support and guidance, that's where people like ourselves in terms of physical fitness can give that support to sort of help make sure that you get to where you want to get to. I mean, it really is sort of as straightforward as that, I suppose, in terms of how we can improve in our lives and how we can actually get to where we want to get to. We should not fear failure, because all that means is that we just need a bit more help.
Yeah.
So I mean, sort of with that.
I have to wrap it up soon.
We'll just go to sort of last sort of point here. So I mean, do you have sort of any sort of leaving sort of points to sort of wrap up for our viewers here in terms of either how to sort of improve their physical fitness, how to sort of go after their goals, or just something just to sort of leave?
Yeah, basically just anyone can, achieve their goal. It really comes down to your desire and how bad you want it. As we've stated through this live, it only takes simple steps, but make a first step and go and do that. And then once you've achieved that, then make another one. Because if you're going to make big goals, that's when people fall short, because most people will not ever achieve those big goals. But if you utilize small steps and, have guidance along the way. So that's why myself and that's what we do. So go reach out to someone that can help you that bit more, because not many people are knowledgeable in the area of nutrition and training. They might have the mindset, but they still don't. They don't know anything else about it, so they're not getting the results. But then you got the other people that have the knowledge, and you know what I mean. They know what to eat and stuff like that, but they don't have the willpower or mindset to actually get through it. So you need both. You can't have one or the other. And I think with a coach and setting small goals, there's no reason you can't achieve what you want to.
You took that out brilliantly there. I love that, Jackson. Fantastic stuff there. So, just wanted to sort of thank you for your time here. It was great to sort of have this live chat with you. I'm sure what we've talked about really will hopefully make people start to really think and realise how simple this is. It's just that in general we need to try, we need to have the support, just like what you're saying there. So, just want to sort of urge people who are watching this who aren't currently following my guest Jaxon to follow him on Instagram at I am Jaxon Tippet, all one word, on Instagram. And if you have any further questions that you would like to ask myself or Jaxon, then you can, I'm sure, DM any of us, and we'll be, I'm sure, both happy to sort of help you there. So this will be on my IGTV channel straight away, and then I'll have it on my YouTube channel as well, and you'll be able to see the previous 13 episodes that I've had in terms of quarantine fitness and life there as well. I'm sure that'll be good content for you. So that is the end of
and vice versa. Go reach out if you do need, an online coach. I know you're very good at what you do. Go reach out and send him a message, and we're happy to we'll reply. And I really thank you for having me on board, man. Like it's been great, and it's very weird how we can connect so far away, but it's awesome. So
no, 100%, no, brilliant. So that's the end of episode 14. This time with my friend Jaxon Tippet, who is at I am Jaxon Tippet on Instagram. So we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for that, Jaxon.
Thanks, brother.
Have a great night.